Hey, what up, you guys? It's Danny B. You're watching the Trash Dash, and in this video, I'm going to be ranking the Halloween franchise. And I do a ranking of the Halloween movies almost every year, but my list does change almost every year, so here we go. All right, coming up at number 13 is going to be Halloween 2018, which I have on a double pack with the original. This one, to me, I liked it when I saw it in the theaters, and then rewatching it, I liked it a little less, and every time I watch it, I like it a little bit less. And now it's finally in last place. And I don't hate it or anything. It's just, to me, they threw in too many moments trying to be funny. Like the peanut butter on the penis. Then the whole scene with the kid talking about love and dance and stuff. It just kind of feels like they made a lot of mistakes. Especially the doctor trying on the mask was stupid. But there are some awesome scenes too. Like the scene where Michael Myers gets the hammer and he's walking up the driveway is awesome. The whole bathroom scene with the two people doing the documentary is really cool. I also felt like they kind of threw in too much like kind of fan service. It was cool the first time seeing it, but now watching it, it's like the scene where they're fighting, Laurie and Michael are fighting, and then she falls out the window when Michael goes to the window, and then she's gone. I was like, oh my god, that's kind of corny. And then she's behind him and she goes like, "Happy Halloween, Michael." To me, that's the kind of shit I'm just like, oh my god, I can't take this. But yeah, it's still an okay movie. It's just my least favorite of all of them. Coming up at number 12 is going to be Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. You know, I hear a lot of people say that the reason this one gets rated so low is just because Michael Myers isn't in it. But even just watching it as a movie by itself, I don't really like it that much. It feels kind of like they're trying to do like a David Cronenberg thing. Like it feels kind of like a weird version of Videodrome, or like Halloween mixed with Videodrome or something. And then, like the snakes coming out of the masks and stuff does look cool, but they're just like killer Halloween masks. All right, coming up at number 11 is going to be Halloween Part 4. And I do like this movie. For some reason, I just don't like watching it so much. Like this is one of the least watched ones that I own. I think Danielle Harris is cool in it, and then Dr. Loomis is always great. My favorite part of this is actually when he finally gets a gun. Michael Myers gets a gun. What does he do? He stabs someone with it. The whole scene where he's escaping from the hospital is really cool, and he like pokes the guy's eyes out and stuff. Coming up at number 10 is gonna be Rob Zombie's Halloween. Some of the dialogue in this is a little bit much. Like, even as abusive as the stepdad was, I can't really realistically see him saying like, "I'm gonna crawl across the floor and skull fuck you." But I do like that he has like bandaged up fingers. Like, to me, that feels realistic. And just some of the generic Halloween decorations they have in the house is really cool. I really like the set design in this. Malcolm McDowell as Dr. Loomis I thought was a good choice. I think Scout Taylor Compton is really great as Laurie. She's like a really good version of Laurie, like as a reboot version. And then Danielle Harris is in this one too, which is pretty cool. Coming up at number 9 is going to be Halloween Part 5. The Revenge of Michael Myers. I kind of love the cheesy moments in this, like Big Cookie Woman, and then Michael Myers wearing the other mask, like the weird clown mask or whatever it is. Dr. Loomis is absolutely out of his mind in this. I think he's even crazier than he is in Part 2 in this one. Then you got Michael Myers going to jail, which is, to me, is hilarious. I just have a lot of fun with Part 5. Alright, coming up at number 8 is going to be Halloween Kills. And for some reason, I can't find my copy of this. I do have a Blu-ray of it. But yeah, I saw this one in the theaters last year, and I had a great time watching it. I saw it on my birthday, actually. And I love the brutality of Michael Myers in this. Especially my favorite scene is when he's going down the stairs. He has the guy's head like already through the stair rail, and then he just twists it and keeps walking. He's very sadistic in this one, which I like. The scene where the smoking nurse goes to shoot him, and then he slams the car door on her hand. The gun turns around and shoots her in the head. I was fucking dying laughing. I know that's a cheesy moment, but I like that. All the like vigilante mob stuff, as much as I love vigilante movies, I didn't like it in this so much. I was just like, alright, it's a little bit much. Just everyone screaming, "Evil dies tonight." Total Toxic Avenger ripoff with the guy jumping off the roof, getting chased up to the top floor and jumping through the window. Like, if there was a bed of toxic waste right there, he would have turned into the fucking Avenger right there. Yeah, overall, I like this one. Halloween Kills, an entertaining one, especially if you just want to throw on a movie to watch Michael Myers kill a bunch of people. It's a good one for that. Coming up at number 7 is going to be Halloween Resurrection, which is I have in this 3-pack. This one is usually people's least favorite Halloween movie. I like this one. As cheesy as it is, it makes me laugh and I have a good time watching it. It just cracks me up with the whole found footage angle with Deckard watching the cameras and stuff, and then Buster Rhymes is terrible in it, but it's fucking hilarious to me. And I do kind of like the 90s style of it, like it's got a very 90s thing. And then also Michael Myers killed Laurie in this one, which is awesome. It's the only movie where he finally kills Laurie, and the whole excuse of the paramedic being Michael Myers is hilarious to me. And yeah, why didn't they take his mask off when they put him in the ambulance? What the fuck? I guess they thought he was dead. He was in a body bag. But yeah, just a really cheesy one, and I have a fun time watching this one. Alright, coming up at number 6 is gonna be Halloween Part 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween Part 2. And this is one, I was tough on this one when I first saw it. I didn't like it so much. I really didn't give this one too much of a chance the first time I saw it. And also I saw the director's cut, which I'm still not a big fan of that one. But yeah, I was tough on this one for all the same reasons that everyone hates it. Like the white horse thing, Michael with a bum, he looks like a bum in this, and just, all that shit. But looking past all that, I actually did like it. I think the scene where Michael takes out the security guard and it's the guy from, like Office Space and Casino. I think that scene is awesome. It's like, sometimes you don't like a movie, you sleep on it for a few years, and then you rewatch it and you're like, it was not so bad. Alright, coming up at number 5 is going to be the newest one, Halloween Ends. And this one, I went into this thinking I wasn't going to like it so much. Actually, I really liked it. To me, this felt kind of like they're doing like a Halloween meets Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer kind of thing. So out of the 3 new ones, to me this was easily my favorite out of the 3 new ones. I found the story a lot more interesting than Kills and 2018. A lot more interesting than the 2018 story. And I really kind of liked the development of this kid becoming a killer. Like, it's like the whole town sees him as a killer, and he wasn't. So he's like, all right, you want me to be a killer? I'm going to be a fucking killer. Michael Myers is almost kind of like Spider-like in this one. Like, he's luring people back to his lair to kill them. He's using, Corey to get him the kills that he needs to get and everything. And I actually like Laurie in this one. The past 2 movies, she was kind of annoying to me. In this one, I actually liked her character. I thought she was pretty good. I won't talk about it too much more just because a lot of people still have not seen it. So, alright, coming up at number 4 is going to be Halloween H2O. And I've always loved this movie. This was one of the very first Halloween movies that I ever saw. I really liked like the cinematography in this. You got a lot of like candlelight and stuff. That's kind of a very 90s thing. That's probably my favorite version of Laurie. I think she's really good in this one. Something that I like that this one does that a lot of other ones don't is they really do establish Michael Myers as just a human being in this. Like, he's getting beaten up and stuff. It's almost like they're trying to do the thing from Scream where Ghostface is getting his ass kicked every 2 seconds. He's more believable as just like a evil person in this one than like, let's say like Halloween 2018 or Halloween Kills. The only moment where he even feels supernatural at all is like, towards the end in the ambulance when he gets up from the dead. But other than that, I can't think of anything where he's like superhuman or anything like that. So that's kind of cool. Alright, coming up at number 3 is going to be Halloween 6, the theatrical version. If you wanted me to rank the producer's cut, it would probably be just a step below the theatrical version. This one is very hardcore. To me, this is even more hardcore than like the Rob Zombie Halloweens or Halloween Kills. This has Michael at his like meanest, most sadistic. Like, he's pushing people onto farm equipment. They're getting their guts drilled out, exploding people's heads. He's just absolutely brutal and ruthless in this one, and I love it. My favorite kill scene is definitely the head explosion, but I also love the scene with the axe where he gets the mom. So cool. You don't even see her get hit by the axe, you just see the blood splatter, but it's awesome. And in the theatrical version, he's going through like the hospital, killing all the fucking Cult of Thorn members. They thought, they could trust him and everything, but nope, he fucking takes them all out. It's pretty cool. It's got a lot of stuff in it that doesn't make sense because it was cut to shreds and everything, but fucking, it's still fun as hell. Alright, coming up at number 2 is gonna be Halloween Part 2. And last year I had this one as my number 2, but I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I love this one. It's full of kill scenes, full of action. It really steps up like the action from the first one. Dr. Loomis is hilarious in this. He's just going out of his mind. This one has a very kind of 80s slasher feel to it. Like the first one is more of a suspenseful kind of thing. This one goes straight for the exploitation. Dino De Laurentiis produced this one, so he must have wanted like a lot of kill scenes and stuff. You know, the ending is probably my favorite ending in the whole Halloween series, where he gets shot in the eyes and then Dr. Loomis blows him up, and then he walks through the fire. So badass in that. And coming up at number 1 is going to be the original Halloween, which I did have at part 2 last year, but rewatching it, I was just like, you know what, this one actually is my favorite. I think that year I was just really watching Halloween 2 a lot. Very suspenseful. This whole scene with the beginning where you see through the eyes of Michael is awesome. Some of the dialogue is super cheesy, but you know, it's just kind of part of it. One of the best scenes is Dr. Loomis right outside the store, you know, Michael broke into. Then you see the car in the background drive right past him. I don't know what else more I could say about it. You know, it's an absolute classic. So that's number 1, Halloween. Alright guys, this is Danny B. You're watching the Trash Stash. That was my ranking of the Halloween franchise. Let me know what you think. Let me know your favorite ones and let me know your list. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.